Grand Rising, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time this video finds you. I hope that you are doing well. Dr. Nicole Brantley here, coming to you today with another video. It is Womb Wellness Wednesday, and we are going to be talking about castor oil packs, the healing power of castor oil. So come on in. I thought I had this saved to my clipboard, and it's not, but that's okay. So Dr. Nicole Brantley here, affectionately known as the Womb Therapist. I help women who have fibroids, PCOS, endometriosis, those who have trouble conceiving, take the option of hysterectomy and other surgeries off of the table and truly get to the root of your healing. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone that's joining me. Thank you so much for being here. As you always hear me say, a surgeon can cut out everything except for cause. We have to stop going under the knife to try to address things that we can address through diet change and some simple natural remedies. So, hi Tiffany, thank you for being here. Let me type in my little caption to pin, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, thank you so much for being here. All right, we're gonna jump right in. So today's topic for Womb Wellness Wednesday is going to be the healing power of castor oil. Okay, go ahead and share this video out. If you haven't already, at the bottom of the screen, hit that paper airplane. If you're watching from YouTube, make sure that you go ahead and hit that share button and share this with somebody who could benefit from it. All right, so if you don't know, castor oil has a mild cleansing effect. All right, it is one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful oil on the planet because of its healing powers, okay? So it is known to soften the bowels and to break up adhesions. It is the only oil, hear me, that can penetrate 6 inches deep into the skin, especially when applied with heat. And I'm gonna show you my hot water bottle that I use when I do castor oil packs in just a minute. So this oil, listen to me, loaded. It is antifungal, antiviral, antimicrobial, and it's an antibiotic, and it is antibacterial. Those are all of the properties that castor oil possesses. Super, super powerful, okay? So the biggest takeaway is if you're dealing with inflammation anywhere on your body, you can apply a castor oil pack and it is going to change your life, okay? There's a lot of people out here suffering. So we wanna use natural, holistic ways that are not going to have side effects and blowback to help us get relief. This is one of them, okay? Again, castor oil packs are great for those who suffer with constipation, those who suffer with fibroids, endometriosis, PCOS. I'm gonna go over these again. Scar tissue from a C-section. These are, or tight, it's adhesive tissue. IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome. All right, so those are just some of the things that castor oil packs are great for helping you not suffer from, excuse me. Okay, so I would like to introduce you to the creator of the castor oil pack. If you've never heard of Edgar Cayce, go and look him up. Do yourself a favor. He's a world famous healing clairvoyant who created the castor oil pack. Cayce says that menstrual cramps are caused by poor elimination, right? And castor oil packs can improve that because, again, it's the only oil that penetrates 6 inches deep. It's going to break up any debris and help to move it out of the body with its mild cleansing effect, okay? It cleanses the liver and it also cleanses the spleen. When you apply castor oil to those areas, it helps with uterine fibroids and ovarian cysts. It helps them to dissolve. It is essential for elimination and digestion. All right. So this is one of my, what's the word I'm looking for? One of my tools of choice to help women who want to cleanse their body before trying to conceive. If I have anybody that I'm working with that's dealing with infertility, I prefer to call it trouble conceiving. I'm always going to have them apply castor oil packs to their womb space for a certain amount of time to really break up and cleanse out that womb area. So it's great for women who want to cleanse the body before trying to conceive. So Google Edgar Cayce, Edgar is how you spell his first name, Cayce is how you spell his last name, and download the PDF version of his book from many moons ago. I don't remember the title, but it should still be there out on Google. So go and check him out and learn all of the things that he was doing with castor oil. So castor oil was used to heal everything back in the day, right? You remember Chris, I don't know if you guys watch Chris Rock, but his stand-up, he would say, mama would pour tussin on everything, break a bone, pour some tussin, got a cough, pour some, so he was making a joke that we use Robitussin for everything, but truly back in the day, they used castor oil for everything. Okay, so I'm going to shed light on some things that castor oil is good for. It is good for the thyroid. So if you're dealing with thyroid issues, you can place a castor oil pack over your thyroid. What is a castor oil pack, Nicole? You're going to have cotton, you're going to have flannel, you're going to have some kind of soft absorbent material because castor oil is very thick and sticky and messy. So when you're using castor oil, don't put a towel down or, don't utilize any of your good clothes or any good sheets that you don't want to get oily and messy because the oil is not going to come out. Okay. So you can place it over your thyroid. If you want to help detox the liver and give it a mild cleansing effect, you can put it over your liver. All right. If you're having cramps, if you have menstrual irregularity, or you have painful menstrual cycles, you can put castor oil over your abdomen. And when I want to add heat, I like to apply this hot water bag, right? So you simply boil some water, take this top off, all right? And then fill this up with your water, your hot water, your steaming hot water. If it's too hot to bear to the touch of your skin, put a towel between you and the hot water bag. Okay? Really, really simple. If you have joint pain, hip pain, knee pain, apply the castor oil to those areas before you go to bed. And I promise you, you will have relief. You will sleep through the night. You will not be waking up. All right? You can apply it to your lower back. If you have issues with kidney filtration, most Americans have poor kidney filtration, right? All right. You can also apply it to your breast if you have a lump in your breast. If you're dealing with any kind of cyst in your breast, apply it every night to either a cotton gauze or some cotton balls, organic, of course. And I don't normally recommend wearing a bra to bed, right? But we want to keep the castor oil pack in place. So soak it up really good. Make sure it's a bra you don't want to reuse, and you're going to constantly use it for this castor oil pack. You're going to apply it to where that lump is or where that cyst is, and you're going to sleep with it every night, right? You do your breast exam, feel for it until you feel that thing dissolved. Okay, so that is how you can apply it to the breast. You can also use it for something called lichen sclerosis, right? That is not a hugely known skin condition, but it is a skin condition of the vagina. When you are super acidic, I met quite a few ladies, and I didn't even know what it was, right? The first time that I got wind of what lichen sclerosis was, I was steaming someone on my pot, and she absolutely could not handle the steam. And I was like, what is going on? And she did not disclose to me what she had. I was like, you have to have something going on. There's no way that this steam should be burning you in the way that you're reacting or responding to the steam. It's actually 2 people that had that. And she was like, yeah, I have something called lichen sclerosis. So when I looked it up and researched it, and this was years ago, and understood what it was, it's an acid issue. And a gynecologist usually does not know what that is. A dermatologist knows what it is. And the skin is very thin. It almost looks see-through and very shiny as a result of acid chewing things up in that area and burning things up in that area. So look it up, L-I-C-H-E-N, sclerosis, S-C-L-E-R-O-S-I-S, lichen sclerosis, okay? And what you can do is you can drizzle some castor oil onto a natural rain pad. I'm not gonna endorse any other pads over the counter for you to use because I don't want you to absorb the castor oil while also absorbing chemicals. Right? So use a rain pad. You can get those at wombtherapist.com. And that graphene and that castor oil up against the thinnest tissue on your body is going to provide you with relief, right? But you also have to change your diet. You have to stop eating a high acidic diet. You have to change that. You have to eat more plant-based, more whole foods, more raw, more fruit, juice more, all of the things, right? You have to alkalize your body. And a lot of people go undiagnosed with lichen sclerosis because a dermatologist is usually the one who determines that that's what it is, because you can also get it on different parts of the skin on your body. And that's why dermatologists are known for diagnosing that, okay? So it's like GYN and dermatologists need to come together, right, for lichen sclerosis to help both each understand what's going on here. All right, so you can saturate a pad and do a vaginal compress for lichen sclerosis. You can do a vaginal compress for a herpes breakout. You can do a vaginal compress for any pain, irritation, anything going on with the vagina, vaginitis or vaginosis. Because what did I say? It's the only oil that penetrates 6 inches deep, right? So you can do a compress with like chamomile and calendula, things that are soothing, carrot seed, things that are soothing for the skin, and apply that directly to the vagina. And then once you've done doing that, you can do a vaginal compress with the castor oil drizzled onto one of the liners, or to preferably the one with wings because it has more absorbency, and have that sit up against your tissue so that you especially do it at night. Do it during the day as well, but especially do it at night so it can work its magic, okay? Again, it's for menstrual irregularity. So when you wear that womb compress, that castor oil is going to be breaking things up. You're going to be feeling something. You're going to be like, I don't know what that is, but I feel something. And then you're going to start to see a regular cycle. Stop allowing doctors to throw birth control at you, to regulate your menstrual cycle, to make you have less cramping, or to whatever the reasons they're using it for that are non-contraceptive. Because what you don't know, most people don't, is they are full of heavy metal toxicity. And those toxins are floating in your body unless you give them a way out with things like cracked cell chlorella or charcoal, activated charcoal. The heavy metals are just floating, right? Causing issues, damaging and destroying your gut, and causing you to have other issues that might seem like mystery issues when really it's all of these heavy metals that are being released into your body by way of birth control. So we can talk about that on another live, because I'm not a proponent of that kind of birth control. But there are many natural alternatives, natural herbal birth controls that you can use to prevent conception, right? Because that's what it should be for. So mamas, take your babies 11, 12, and 13, and 14, all that, off of birth control. It's very detrimental to their health and their future fertility. Okay? So, again, it can be used for constipation. So again, you just apply it to the abdomen. I say apply it with heat, let it break up the debris. But also stop eating a diet high in constipating foods. The breads, the meats, the starches, the grains that are sticky and gluey during digestion. We have to stop consuming constipating foods in order to not be constipated. We have to bring lots of hydration to our body other than water, because a lot of people think that, oh, I drink a gallon of water a day. I drink my weight in water. Water is not hydrating to the human body. It is going to help you flush things, but it does not hydrate you. Fruit does that, H3O2. So start consuming more high water content, juicy fruits. Apples are high in water. Cucumbers are high in water. Oranges, watermelon, all melons, right? So pineapple, start consuming more fruit that are high in water to help you with constipation relief. Again, it's good for PCOS and endometriosis. So for PCOS, it's going to help with taking care of those polycystic ovaries, right? Polycystic ovarian syndrome, many ovaries. Why are the ovaries producing that way? Because it's so acidic in your reproductive area. And your body's really trying to work with you by producing these fluid-filled sacs to try to cool off what acid is burning up. Get a castor oil pack in. Let this castor oil start to heal that womb space, okay? Same with endometriosis, the outside lining that's growing up on the outside of your uterus to protect damage from other organs and the reproductive area itself. All right, that's what it's doing, but it's in response to all of the acid that's present. So we have to clean things up. You can apply it to tumors anywhere. Like I just explained, if you have a tumor in the breast or a cyst in the breast, tumor, cyst, same thing. They're all fluid-filled sacs. Make sure you do a compress up against that lump. Make sure it's sitting where it needs to sit in a bra so that it doesn't move. Do it until it dissolves, right? And like I said, this is an amazing anti-inflammatory. So you're going to notice that pretty much right away. This also helps with pelvic circulation. This is why it's going to be good to put it in the pelvic and the abdominal area. It's great for clearing out old sludge, which is that dark, sludgy blood before and after a menstrual cycle. That castor oil has a mild cleansing effect. Allow it to clean up that debris. So after a certain amount of menstrual cycles, you should not be seeing that anymore. If you're applying castor oil packs, you can apply it with your hands. Put a nickel size of castor oil in your hands. A little goes a long way, okay? And apply it generously to that area. Cover it with the 100% cotton or the 100% flannel and a hot water bag. Help it to penetrate 6 inches deep, okay? So, again, it's good for your menstrual cycle. It's good for clearing old sludgy blood before and after your cycle. Good for fibroids, good for endo, good for the thyroid, the liver, the abdomen, the hips, the knees, the lower back, the breast, if there's any cysts or tumors, fertility issues, lichen sclerosis, menstrual irregularity, menstrual cramps, PCOS, endometriosis, tumors. It is also good for those of you who suffer with hemorrhoids. All right. You know how painful hemorrhoids can be. OMG. So again, it is a anti-inflammatory. So what you want to do is take cotton balls and roll them really thin, right? And what you want to do is soak up castor oil within the rolled up cotton balls. Make about 5 or 6 at a time, store them in a mason jar, put them in the freezer, let them freeze, and then put them in that mason jar and cover them up, right? Let them freeze. Whenever you have a bulging hemorrhoid and you need immediate relief, you're going to use it as a suppository. It is going to give you relief. And you don't have to worry about going in there to get it because it's going to expel itself, okay? But this is going to give you some great relief. I know you're like, the internet says witch hazel. That's going to put you in more pain. You're already in pain. You need something that is soothing, anti-inflammatory, Make those up ahead of time and you will thank me later. So if you deal with hemorrhoids, castor oil packs as a suppository. So you have to freeze them. It takes a couple of days because castor oil is very thick. It's very sticky, but once they're through and through frozen, put them in a mason jar, stick a lid on them, keep them in the freezer, and you go grab and go as you need them. Again, they're going to expel themselves, so you don't have to go up there and get them. All right. So anything vaginal, outbreak, pain, endo, fibroids, yeast infections, all of the things, you can take your hands, apply the castor oil nickel size, and apply it directly to there. Or if you don't want to get your hands messy, apply it straight to a rain pad or panty liner. Put that in your underwear, sit that up against your, your vagina and with your underwear on, daytime and night. Allow that oil to penetrate 6 inches deep. You're going to feel it working. You're going to get relief. It's antifungal, antimicrobial, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, all of the things that I named earlier. Let it do its work. I'm not a huge proponent of tampons. You guys have heard me say toxic shock syndrome, all of the things, right? I'm not a proponent. But I do know people who recommend internal compresses. And what they do is they stick the castor oil in a mason jar. They throw in some organic cotton tampons, let them get soaked up with the oil. And if you're dealing with some internal irritation, such as a yeast infection that you feel is unbearable, you can stick one in there with the castor oil in it for about 5 hours, no longer than that. And that should provide some relief, and do it until the yeast infection is gone. You should also not be consuming sugar. You should also not be consuming anything that breaks down to sugar. Anything with white flour, French fries, pancakes, waffles, potatoes, nothing white, right? Let your body heal. You want to bulk up on juices, smoothies, raw foods, fruits for the most part. Salads, vegetables, keep it very clean. Keep it very plant-based. This is how you're going to heal, in addition to this amazing healing power of castor oil. So again, if you haven't already, go look up Edgar Cayce, the world famous healer and clairvoyant from the 1800s, who created the castor oil pack. And I cannot speak enough to how huge of a role diet plays in the ailments that I listed above that you could use castor oil packs for. So this is Womb Wellness Wednesday. I hope this was helpful. I hope that if you're dealing with some of the things that I named, you can now go and apply a castor oil pack. Back in the day, I had all the materials here to sell the stuff. I never put the kit together. I don't plan on doing it now. I have so many things on my plate. But you can Google castor oil packs. You can find packs probably on Amazon. I would definitely highly recommend that you get a hexane-free castor oil, preferably in a glass bottle. But if you're like me, sometimes I get the really, really big one because I do abdominal massage when I do some of my services. And that does come in a BPA-free plastic bottle, but it's because it's a really large size. If you can get them in the 16-ounce glass jar size, that is fine. When you use a castor oil pack or you create one, you keep using it. The more oil it gets soaked up with, the better. So keep it in plastic when you're not using it. It's not going to go rancid. It's not going to smell bad. Keep stored in a cool, dry place and let that oil continue to collect and build. And the more you apply it to whatever area you're having issues with, it is amazing for fibroids. I had a client apply castor oil, and I swear 1 week later she called me and she's like, Nicole, you're not going to believe the fibroid is gone. I do not feel it. Right? And I told her to do it diligently every single day, at least 5 days out of the week, 3 to 5 days out of the week. Read a book, listen to music, make it your favorite pastime, watch one of your favorite shows while you apply it, 30 minutes to an hour. Just chill, right? And allow your body to heal, because your body heals best when it's at rest. So they are awesome for fibroids. Thank you for sharing that. So they're called castor oil packs, Packs. And so you can Google that. There's many people online who have it spelled out, all the steps to do, what it looks like. I personally use a a cotton flannel blend material that I have. I allowed it to get soaked up over the years. I've used it for different things. I've used it on my son when he was like, Mommy, my stomach hurts. I'm like, have you moved your bowel? Well, we're using the castor oil pack. So it has many uses, as I shared here. So hexane free, glass bottle, make sure it's organic. Make sure it doesn't have any other chemicals or fillers, because this is absorbing 6 inches deep into your skin. All right, and don't confuse it with the Jamaican castor oil. That's usually for the hair. It's darker. I'm talking about going with the clear castor oil for castor oil packs, vaginal compresses, internal compresses, if you choose to use that, and the like. Someone said, I've been doing it for 3 years now, and I've had some huge ones go away. Yes, they help with dissolving and breaking up that debris of cysts, tumors, and the like. So, is it Mika? How do you pronounce your name? It's me, Key. Maybe it's Key. She just shared that she's been doing it for 3 years, and she's had some huge fibroids dissolve, and that is one of the benefits of castor oil. Again, it helps with scar tissue from a C-section. It helps with tight adhesive tissue. So I don't know if you've ever heard of abdominal myofascial massage. It helps break that up, all right, and loosen that skin and tissue up when you have someone working that with castor oil. You can work it yourself. Great for constipation, fibroids, endometriosis, PCOS, irritable bowel syndrome. Keisha. All right, so Keisha has shared with you guys that she's been doing it for 3 years, and she has healed some really large fibroids. Testimony right there, okay? Uterine fibroids and ovarian cysts can dissolve. It reduces the inflammation, okay? Castor oil was used back in the day to heal everything. So if you're just tuning in, make sure you go back to the beginning, listen to this live on castor oil packs, the benefits and the healing power of castor oil and all that they can do to heal not just your womb, because this is Womb Wellness Wednesday, but other parts of your body if you are suffering, right? If you feel like I can't sleep through the night, my hips are burning, my knees hurt, before you go to bed, apply castor oil to your hips, apply castor oil to your knees, apply castor oil for your feet. I neglected to say, they are great castor oil packs, or just castor oil applied to heel spurs or bone spurs are amazing. That is another use for castor oil. So if your feet hurt really bad, if your feet are burning at night when you're sleeping in the bed, apply castor oil before bed. Okay, if you don't want to mess up your sheets, you can put a little bit of plastic, put a sock on, and don't get it on your sheets, right? But if you don't mind, it is what it is. So there's multiple uses for castor oil. And like I said, the healing power of castor oil, it's one of the most powerful oils on the planet. I do not recommend you take it internally by spoon. Do not do that. Apply it externally to the places that you need to apply it. As we know, healing doesn't happen by chance. It happens by choice. And we need to start doing more things in a holistic manner versus a pharmaceutical manner that are going to have blowback and side effects. You're not going to have any side effects from castor oil except for the effect that you're looking for, which is relief. It is a solution. So I hope that you're able to take something that I shared with you today, apply it, come back to this post, come back to this live, share in the comments what it helped you with. Let people know that it works, right? Thank you guys so much for being here. Dr. Nicole, aka The Womb Therapist, is signing off for Womb Wellness Wednesday, and I hope you guys have the most amazing rest of your day. Mwah. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.